what else goes on for us here in this is late spring. What else do we do? Well, Shadow and I'm going to throw some video in. Shadow and I have changed the disc blades, the disc openers, which are these things right here. We've changed all those. Now, I did take some time lapse on that, but here's the thing. There are a lot of good videos out there, better than what Shadow and I would produce, that we actually use to do it. So I just throw it in there as something to look at. But all these parts that we take off, and so there's another video here forthcoming about the disc. We did some overhaul of a disc, and all those metal parts got to go somewhere, and so we choose to recycle them. We regain a little bit of money back, you know, for recycling that. Or aluminum, I got some radiators I got in there. There's some batteries, some other things that we take to the recycler. So that's where I'm going to go this afternoon. Shadow is off today, this afternoon, doing some other work for himself. And so why don't you come along with me? That's another one of those operations that go on during the day while the cattle are being fed, or the turkeys are over there growing, or we're in the shop or doing these various things. This is just another aspect of what we do. So come along. Okay. Well, I forgot all about them. That was the whole point. So I will probably back that truck up. There they are right there. And a few more pieces there. We'll back the truck up, see what goes on. Okay, now, regardless of how embarrassing, I watched the guy on YouTube, and he said he was super duper embarrassed by how his shop looked, and we all get that way. I'm no different. And for me, so I'm just gonna talk about me. It is probably the lack of discipline, and also I've come to realize that at the age I am. So consider this as you're studying to do. You're going to go into farming, or you're going to start a business in farming, and you have to diversify, and it's very important that you do. And someday I need to really talk about that in depth, but. Because not everybody has to, and that's okay, it's fine. But if you're beginning, you better be diversified. Well, the self-discipline of having access to tools quickly and efficiently, getting your, whether it's oil or filters or whatever you might need in the right area or at the right time, quickly and efficiently. Removal of trash, discarding things that are not needed. I'm big about saving things because I might need it, right? Well, do I really? So this shop, you can go back, you can look. There are some videos on when we did the inside here. Shadow and Uncle Gene worked on that with us during the COVID years. And what a wonderful thing, and that was all due to my wife, and I talk about it in that. She suggested this was the time to do it, and it is, because I can come out here and we can do. Is what we did is we made kind of a little area here, and Dion, when he comes home, he can come out here, and he's out here with me. Dion's our second grader. Yeah, he keeps getting older. Anyways, he can come and he can sit out here and do homework, or he can have a snack. There's a little refrigerator over there. He wants to bring his PlayStation out here. I will see about that, but he can do those things in the shop with us, and it become family oriented. Got some metal junk, a couple of pieces of aluminum. That went to a skid steer. That was a drive motor. Some batteries, some other stuff here, radiators. You see back in there's disc blades. Oh, which reminds me, I've got some more disc blades to throw in. I better do that right now. All right, off to the junkyard that we use, which is down at a neighboring town in our county, which seems to be quite popular currently. I don't recall the name, but we'll figure it out here in a minute. And I may have to put some gas in. I forgot about that. Take old Blue here. And yes, I'm gonna have to get some gas. This thing, when you get to half a tank, that means empty. Whew. Oh man. So, we have this electrical issue, and it's doing it now. Stand by. Frustrating. Now I know in different generations and different established different farms, they do things differently. I'm just going to talk about what I do and why I do it. And so for having the family around is very important to me, even if so much as just to tell a story, tell a joke, laugh, but we're together and we work together. And honestly, Sherry and I work very well together. And so it's fun to work alongside and complete projects and do things. And I enjoy, just as like I enjoy working with Shadow, and we have a good time. And Andrew, we have a good time. And so Sherry made the suggestion, well, why don't we do something like this? And it's going to work, but it's not going to work if I don't discipline myself to keep things clean, and I don't provide an environment that's warm and welcoming. So like today, it's a little chilly in here. Don't have the heat on today, but I would keep the heat on if everybody's going to come out here in the evenings. And there's our Sherry and I, and the girls' favorite thing is basketball. So we shoot some hoops and we play around or two. It's fun. It's fun. Okay, so enough of me talking. What I'll do is, I'm not sure about videoing. And it might be best to see me, how inefficient I am, and it might teach me something by my trips. But as my wife has said, here's how we're going to do this. Not going to tell you that any of this I'm doing is going to work. I'm going to clean the nut up and kind of clean that. Turkey manure is not the greatest on stuff, but I've got this bus bar. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm not getting good connections there somehow, shape, or form. So I'm going to clean those terminals up the best I can. I'm going to put some terminal protectant on there, some cleaner. We'll see. But I hope that's where my problem is. But I have worked on the bus bar there and cleaned up, and I got a jumper wire on there. I do not think I think there's more to it than that, but I'm gonna guess I don't have any lights. I don't have any other electric, but it's gonna run. So that gets me empty. That's for today. I'm slightly frustrated, but that's how things go. And sometimes those are for good, very good reason. And I need to just relax and take 5. and well, I'm going to go put my tools up, and we're headed to West Union. Okay, so I think that was already there. Stupid thing. I don't know what it did to the truck this time. This is what it did last night. This nice grease. I don't know. Different things. Dent back here. I don't know. But it was over there, then it was over here, and now it's there. So Sherry made the suggestion to me this morning, and I like it, and we'll see here, because I've looked online. There's not a lot about this stuff, and I'm not any expert. Sherry's not any, we're not even claiming to be experts. Here's what she suggested. Pick an area, stay in that area. Move anything out of that area into a designated spot. So probably gonna just come out here, and there's gonna be a, let's say, a pile for the turkey barns, because it'll go out onto the gator and down to the shop. Or let's say there's something for the oil area, which is over there. Maybe it'll be over there. I'm not gonna take one item. See, this is the key. I'm not gonna take one item over there. I'm gonna take a pile. So I'll stay in one area, and I'll clean and try to move things out of here according to what needs to be done, okay? And so let's just say I'm gonna be over here for, I don't know, 30 minutes. Set a timer. Then move to the next spot, 30 minutes. Again, bringing things out and where they need to go. Then, as I get all the way around here, and that's gonna happen today, one way or another. And I have that trouble of taking one bolt at a time. Not gonna do that. So I'm gonna make a pile, and I'm gonna make a pile for things that go over here to the oil center, or things that go out the door to the turkey barns. Okay, anything that comes in, and stuff comes in here, because this is the walk-in door, comes in and gets piled. We're gonna do that. Once these piles get big enough that they can be put up, then I'm gonna put those up. That's gonna be the plan or the goal. That's what we're gonna try. Okay, so again, we're not experts, but I couldn't find anything on the internet. If you can find something about this on there, about farm shops and cleaning and keeping it clean, you know, there's all kinds of things about fancy stuff. Bunches of them, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? There's nothing wrong with fancy, you know, brand new shops that look like the floor that you can eat off of. Awesome. I would not eat off of mine. Oops. So that's what we're gonna do. Enough talking. Action. Go. In the meantime, I found this in the shop, and I get the fuel tickets that can go in there. And instead of just dumping it out here, it took me 3 minutes probably total, 4 maybe at the max. I'm not going to say 5. Anyway, bolted right on the side of the pump. Bing, bing, bing. Used. Now, yes, I did get sidetracked, but let's ignore that. so I got a pile of things. I'm taking an intermittent break. I have taken some cardboard to burn, and I've got it burning. And we got some tools here, and then some dust masks I've got. So we're going to take those to the turkey barn. Right up there. Whee, there it is. Ha ha! Hey, anyways, it don't take long to take 5. It'll just take a minute. And to the dumpster. Big barrels of oil I need to put into my my container. So I'm gonna hook up because it'll only take a few minutes, right? So we'll try to hook this up without tearing up everything else in here. Yeah, got the Cat 262D. And we're hooking up. Hey, I might actually get it. Hey, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm not out yet. You know, there's stuff everywhere. Need some cleaning down here. So, nobody ever asked, but how do I get the garage door open? We have 2 of them little boogers. One for the litter building and one for this garage door, and it is nice. I like that, and it really wasn't that much when you consider getting in and out of this thing every time is a booger for us old folks, right? So if I can remember do it. All right, here we go back to the shop. Well, I took lunch, so this is where I'm at. Yeah, I still got all the rest of this to go. But anyway, I'm trying. Got some stuff off and fixed a few things and found a few things. Still got a long ways to go. We're getting there. Found those 2 batteries. Decided to check them before, and if they work, they work. You know, they don't. And so that got me sidetracked. And so now I got the combine charging, and I'm still about the same spot. So I'm working on the combine, and I'm pumping oil. I'm going to find out how good that little thing does. Milwaukee, you know what I mean? Okay, that's day 1. I did some rearranging there to there. I haven't really worked there yet. No. Anyway, I got the heater going today. I do have 1 barrel of oil transferred. Working on the second one. Little Milwaukee down there. See that little thing? It plugs along. Now, it doesn't pump oil as fast as what it says it's supposed to, but yeah, it's moving it. That's good enough for me. So I'm getting ready to kind of come through here. Got a tractor sitting out there that I'm going to need to get in here in a little bit, which is supposed to have some freezing rain today. So day 2, we're working at it, and I'm going to try right there. I got Sherry's DJI Action 3 little camera. I'm going to try it today on there and get some slow-mo. The problem is I'm really slow as it is. You know what I'm saying? Yikes. So we're making progress. I've charged some batteries and different things, tractors, and moved the combine, got the corn head off yesterday. Well, it was this beautiful day here in February. It was like close to, well, it was in the mid 50s. It was nice. So I'm working on that too. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment in the comments, you know, if you got some ideas on things, I'll take it. I'm always interested in learning. That's Sherry and I's big thing, is we like to learn, like to continue to learn. So anyways, talk to you in a while. This is what I've come up with here. So I do a lot of my repair works on this bench over here that you can't quite see. Bandsaw metal, torch, plasma, welder over yonder there. So that right now we've got the Milwaukee tools up over there and all of the other cordless tools and electric tools in that cabinet. So I bring this over here. The marker board is close to the homework break area, so that's gonna work. I haven't cleaned on it yet. I'm gonna clean on that. Just trying to tidy up. Took some barrels out. There's a barrel there, and I got these two barrels out. What I hopefully can do then is I can situate a tractor, or is well, behind me here, I can get a disc in there that I need to rebuild. I could get my planter in here, sort of, but you know, at the time I didn't know. I had no idea that we would. So this shop is 42 by 56, and it was long enough I could get a semi in if I needed it. I did think of that, and we do put the semis in here, but not big enough. You know, 2 more foot, 6 more feet. Sure would have been a lot easier to unfold a planter, and I should have thought about that. Do I think I'll ever have a bigger than a 16? No, but you know what I'm saying. So, okay, so that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna get this area cleaned out. It's raining now, freezing rain type of situation. So I'm gonna stay at it in here, keep everything dry right now, because I'm not gonna get to it today. But then tomorrow maybe it'll dry off, I can get it in here. Some epoxy, I'm gonna fix this real quick. I got a broken caster. That plastic is busted out. Oh no, it's actually this one. So I'm gonna try this epoxy to salvage. This one was a little bit different, and as you see, it's only got 3 wheels. So it's probably gonna get ready to go bye-bye. I got it smeared in there. We'll see if she works. Won't be dry today. We'll see. All right, back to it. Yeah, as I say, I get sidetracked. So here we are at the oil center, and got this plug. Now what Shadow, it goes right in there, what Shadow has suggested is that in this plug, if I mount this valve stem in it, if I fasten that in there, then that will put air pressure on and cause the oil to move a little quicker. So I think I'm gonna try that. This is not exactly the right valve stem, because I really need another, like a nut or something on that end. But I gotta go to town, so I may do something different there when I go to town. Sidetracked again. I've got disc blade, rebuilding the disc. Got in there some planer parts, wear parts there that we got that. Front end is full of filters and stuff like that. So got to go over and get the skid steer again. And I'm going to pull out an area there, and I think I'm going to pile that stuff there for the moment. And I think, not really sure. Anyway, that's what I got now.
Like and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Ask your questions so we can all learn together. Come and grow with us.